Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm gonna create an interactive card, and it's a sad box pop-up card. I don't know if you pronounce it like that. You can see it down here. I wrote what it's called. And I'm gonna use a couple of my favorite things stamp sets, and the first one I'm gonna use is this stamp set called Strike Up the Band. And I'm gonna use some of my Spectrum Noir markers, and I showed you them here. And I used some Memento Tuxedo Black and just inked them up and pressed them down, and I skipped ahead and just letting you show you how I'm coloring one of the critters. Since I'm doing the same thing at all of them, I'm just speeding up the process here so you don't have to see me color every critter. And I'm just giving them some color. As always, I'm no expert. I'm just playing around with the coloring and trying to figure out where the lights are gonna be and where the darker parts are gonna be. So you can see I color them all in, and that little drum I actually aren't gonna use in this project, but I'm gonna save it and maybe use it in some other project. So I'm using my Fisker Easy Access scissor, and just cutting these out, and I have been speeding this up I think 4 times. And when I'm fussy cutting stuff out, you can see that I'm moving my scissor and not my I'm moving my paper and not my scissor, so I get a cleaner cut, and I'm leaving a little white border because I think it looks neat, especially in contrast to the background that we're gonna do in this card. So off camera I also used this stamp set from my favorite things. It's called Very Special Birthday, and I just used the balloons and that pile of presents. And now we're gonna work on our card base, because now all the images are colored in and fussy cutted out. And here you can see I used some teal cardstock, and this is actually from a pattern paper from Panduro, and it's an older one. I don't know if you can get it. And actually I'm looking at the front cover of that paper pad, but I cannot actually see what it's called. I think it's like birthday or something. Anyway, you can use whatever cardstock you have. This is just a teal cardstock, and you can use whatever heavier cardstock you got. What I like about this is that it has like 2 sides that is colored, and it's gonna make it so it's beautiful on both sides, since this is gonna be a half of a pop-up box. So I'm just scoring that at half, and then I'm scoring it at the other half. So if you are doing this in inches, I'm scoring it at 6 inches and 3 inches. And then I'm gonna fold this, and you're gonna see how the mechanism are gonna work. So one part at the one side and one part at the other side. You will see it here when I adhere it and lift it up, how it's gonna look when it's fully adhered. And it's gonna look like this, and you can have this pop-up effect on the inside. When I did this card, I didn't know if I was gonna use that pop-up effect that you can get. So you can see here in the end, I'm actually gonna think I'm done with it, and then decide to just slip a strip in that back section, so you get this pop-up effect, and you will see it in the end what I'm meaning, because now I'm a little bit unclear, I know that. So here I'm just playing around with the placement of my critters, and when I'm sort of pleased with some of them, I'm gonna start adhering this, and I'm gonna use a couple of different inks. I'm gonna use this before I do that, I'm gonna ink up the sentiment from this stamp set. It's really cute, and it says, "It's your birthday, strike up the band." And this card is actually gonna be to someone special too. So it's one of my family members are turning 30, so I thought it would be really cute to give him. And yeah. And here you can see I'm using a glue pen, and it's so much easier to use this if you have these like teeny tiny images that you want to adhere. But you will see at the last one I'm going to use a different type of adhering. And that critter is the same one. I'm gonna hide him behind the other one, so when you open the card you will see that it actually is a fourth member of this band going back there. And I'm gonna hide the little pile of presents, and you can only see when you open the card. And here I'm gonna play around with the placement of all these happy balloons. I really like this color combination. It's so bright and happy, and yeah, it's just my colors. So there they go, and they're gonna be hidden behind this, and some more glue to that. And I'm doing it in different heights, so it creates a little bit more of an interest. And this pile of balloons I'm gonna tuck in behind the critter, so it looks like he's carrying the balloons. And here you can see I'm starting to think that I'm done, and I'm gonna do some more embellishments. And this is actually a stamp that follows in this Strike Up the Band stamp set. And I really like this. It creates the perfect scene for this. And of course some Pretty Pink Par sequins in the clear finish, just to give it some sparkle. And you can see here that I'm starting to think, am I done? Or wait a minute, I might want to do something more in that back section. So you will see what I'm doing here. I just took a piece of that leftover from the same pattern paper, and I'm gonna create this like panel behind that. And you can see I'm just taking some adhesive, and I'm doing this as a SIG too. I think it's called SIG. And of course I glue it too close, I had to rip it off, and yeah, it was fine, but don't do that. Measure a little bit more careful than I did. And then I'm folding it so it adheres at both sides. And now I can take some more balloons and just adhere that behind that, so it gets like this more dimension pop-up card. You can see how it's gonna look. And now I'm sorry, but my camera was on focus, so I cut away this part, but I just used some of my Wink of Stella to color in the balloon, so it got some more sparkle. And here is the finished card. If you want to do something like this, it was really easy and really fun, and you should definitely try it out. If you want to see more of my work, you can always subscribe to my channel here at YouTube. Do it, because I need more subscribers. And if you want to see more of my work, you can always visit my Instagram. I'm called Scrapbooking Online Svea. And till next time, have a great day. Bye!